Greetings, fellow humans. I'm MartianBuu, and today I wanted to talk to you about Evenlock. Evenlock uses Gen Greymane to make the life tap hero power cost 1, which allows you to use it a lot and draw a lot of cards. The bigger your hand size and the lower your life total, the more giant 8/8s you can play for reduced cost. The really cool thing about Evenlock in United and Stormwind is it got a ton of new cards. The deck has this feeling of feeling fresh with the expansion because so many of its cards are new, but it still has that wild feel of playing something that used to work. All the new cards synergize with what the deck wanted to do before. They're just covering some of its weaknesses and giving it additional threats. For new cards, we have Anetheron, Dark Alley Pact, and Goldshire Knoll to be additional threats that want you to draw more cards. All of these are good in the same way Mountain Giant has always been, which is just draw a bunch of cards and then you have bigger threats on board. But Goldshire Knoll also has Rush, so you can get out an early Goldshire Knoll and actually immediately answer an early threat that your opponent had. Encumbered Pack Mule is free card advantage, so you can actually get out Mountain Giant a turn earlier than you could otherwise, depending on how many Pack Mules you draw and whether you're going first or second. With Pack Mule, I have done things like Anetheron on 2 into Mountain Giant on 3. This is very fun, only possible if you're on the coin. Another cool thing about Dark Alley Pact is it's a Mountain Giant that you can actually coin out. Coining Mountain Giant has been a meme for a long time just because you do get one more mana, but you lose a card in your hand, so you can't actually coin out the Mountain Giant. But with Dark Alley Pact, it costs 4, so you can coin it out. You get a couple of reactive tools with this deck now. Entitled Customer is an insane board clear. For 6 mana, you deal something like 7 to 8 damage to the board. Unless your opponent has a bunch of giants out, you don't even need it to get that high. If it's dealing like 4 to 6 damage, it's clearing most things, and that's not hard at all. Spice Bread Baker allows you to make up for some of the health you lost by tapping a lot. And then Battleground Battlemaster was just nerfed to 6 mana. It started off at 5 when it was released. This allows the deck to have some burst damage without running Dark Bombed or Nether Breath. For the mulligan, you want to keep Mountain Giant, Anetheron, and Dark Alley Pact if you feel like it's going to be safe to play those things. If you're up against something like Shadow Priest or Odd Rogue, for example, these are all pretty slow plays. I would probably keep Anetheron still just because you can play Anetheron and also do something else on that turn. Goldshire Knoll is always a keep. It's good to have early against slow things. It's good to have early against fast things. Getting it back with Raised Dead is intense. But in general, you want to have some early threats so that you're rewarded for tapping. Do not keep Pack Mule. You actually have to draw the Pack Mule in order to get the extra Pack Mule. If you keep it in your opening hand, then you're just going to have a 2-mana 2/3. If you're up against an aggro deck, you can keep some of the more reactive things. So like Defile is your best tool if you're up against Shadow Priest, for example. If you're up against something that's likely to hit you in the face really fast, then keeping a Sun Fury Protector and some Molten Giants is a good idea. Around turn 4 or 5, if you can drop a Molten Giant or 2 alongside a Sun Fury Protector, it's really hard for a lot of aggro decks to come back from that. So you may be wondering, how good is this against Seedlock? You know, as good as anything is, which is not at all, but that says more about Seedlock than it says about this deck. You can win a game, like if you get out an early big giant and you smack them a bunch and they have a slower hand. You know, it's not going to be a 0% rune rate, but you can say that about any deck right now. So if you want another way to play Warlock or something else to have fun with besides Seedlock in United and Stormwind meta, this deck has been really fun if you have the cards for it. I hope you enjoyed the games, and thanks for watching. I haven't looked at that at all yet. It's an add-on for FFC. I should just look into that in general. Add-on for FFC, just 200 more slots. That's a ton. That is a lot of slots. 3 hours of seed, and now that I'm out of dumpster again, and something like every 4 to 5 games nerfs lost me the game. Ah. Yeah, it's it's definitely relevant some of the time. I just don't know how often. I feed. There's our friend Lenore. Ooh. Someone's got to lead the charge. Top deck to file every time. Filthy. Filthy. Glare nerf is way harder than I thought it was, but I think it ends up being a cut rather than a huge hit. I think some of my loss percentage is Glare being a dead card. More bones to gnaw on. Tap last. Cap indeed. Glare nerf did win you a game against Tax Paladin though. 3/4 is more stats. Null here is brutal. Yeah. Null is nutty. I think I'm gonna do that, and that. Now if they want to hit with their A card, they have to hit into my Molten Giant. Is the deck still great? Dark Glare? Yeah, I think so. I think it's still the best deck. His tap last is correct. You could tap into the mule. Exactly. Always misses my mountain. Cool. Upside of an Etheron is better than the downside of Mule, right? No, that's Go Tanks doing the punching engine. Is this a go face and then entitled customer thing? I don't really like it, but none of my other plays are good.
Are you gonna clean that up?
Hey, two, how you doing? You just carried playing Thresh top? Did you deliberately Thresh top, or did you have to do it because of somebody's picks? Uh-oh. Am I entitled customering again? I don't really want to, but I don't really see another line.
Hello.
Hey, aloof. And Koi.
Are you gonna clean that up?
Ooh, I dare you to Cursed Blade. Actually, I dare you to just leave it up.
In the box? Pirates.
Leave that, like, leave my 3/2 up. You didn't realize you were top since you queued for support and mid. Well, unless we get a raised dead here, I think we lose. Oh! Always hits an entitled customer. Drat. There's another one. Title customer, please. Oh. Man, is this even good enough? I mean, we always do it, right? But do we always do it? I could do like this and this. Is that better? Can we save entitled customer for after? Yeah.
Fresh out of the oven. Shields up.
So 2 hits, then we got 4, 8, 11. Not dead yet. Soon, but not yet.
Are you gonna clean that up? Come on.
We could do this, or we could do this. This, right? Seems really good. Cool.
I never fight fair.
Well played.
What's the verdict on the deck so far? Any impact? Oh yeah, it's like noticeably worse, but still probably the best deck if you're talking about like quest clear. You can't have more than one quest active at a time, correct?
We have turned our curse into our strength.
Pally, maybe? Let's see. No, 2 of them upgrade the hero power.
The light dims, but we fight.
The warrior one, right? Warrior, you have taunt for the hero power. Oh no, that's 2 hero powers. Never mind. You can do it with the mage. It's gotta be mage, right? More bones. Bones. Alright. One of their secrets has to be on my Og now. Has to be on my Og now. Aww. That actually makes me want to do this. I don't know why that fits so well, Engine, but it does. Alright. We're gonna get through this Omayog together, chat. One, 2, 3.
The light dims, but we fight.
Your hopes are lost.
Oh, that's cheating. No, you can't play Divine. Can't play Divine. What are you doing? Galloping every time, right? You would need 27 spells for all 3 mage quests, but the second mage quest gives you spells. Again. Again. Oh, I messed up, didn't I? Alright. I guess I'm not playing Molten Cistern then. I wish that knife had hit my face. That would have been sweet. Never thought you'd hear someone say that, did you?
I got this. The light dims, but we fight.
This way, they can't get a galloping savior thing. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Alright. Nerf Broom to 2. Yeah. Copium. Prage? Prage. That one. Do I lose? This feels like losing, but it might not be. So,
I got this.
lethal? So it'll be 18 and 8. Yep, right?
Strike. Then strike harder.
Bonk.
Light, guide my hand.
Light, guide my hand. You also have to change it to the, you have to tap each gem twice first to change it to the right instrument. Oh, they're playing the Questline, right? Can I keep Mountain Giant? Seems slow. Should I be hard mulling for like Defile?
We have turned our curse into our strength.
The right toe instrument. Mm-hmm. Always find the other mule. Rats. Spooky. This is Tax. Rats? No. Mules. True. Oh, no. I don't want to play against Tip the Scales. No! I was thinking transferring to Warlock yesterday. Now I am even more split after the nerfs. This is just a wash, right? I think we just lose because they have this. That said, they have to destroy their whole board to kill my thing, right? Maybe not. Just got this one. Oh no! That's cheating. Ah! I need a Defile real bad. Actually, if I can just survive for a turn, then we can do this. Maybe it's enough. I've learned to hold my SI7 extortion / brain freeze not for underbelly anger, but for Flushwater Scout. Wait. Fair, wait, what? Oh, I see. Like against this. Poisonous. Are we dead? So, 6, 7, 8, 13, 15? No, we're not dead. Winnable.
Are you gonna clean that up?
Battlegrounds, Megasaur flashbacks.
That's right. Feel the groove.
People really are having their fun now.
Feel the groove.
Clean the board up, yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Going places.
Oh, manager!
My shield for Argo.
Why is Molten 2 mana? It got hit with a tax, right?
Become the hero this world needs. Greatness calls.
Is the Rogue Quest playable in Wild? The new one? I think it is a little. It's just not worth it over other things. It's like their last big board, isn't it? Let's do this.
Are you gonna clean that up?
Oh, I think they have... Don't they usually play Zephyrus? Could be running anything. I don't think so. I mean, they could be, but I don't think they do. It's not good with like the Amara stuff. Relevant.
Fresh out of the oven.
Oh, manager.
I am out of cards.
Like all the new cards the opponent is playing. They don't have to play new cards if they don't want to. Ow. Entitled customer is sick. I agree. Sure thing, do your best. Thanks for being here. Watch out, anything? I don't think they're running it. Am I about to entitled customer again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can even do it without killing my mountain giant, which is pretty cool. Let's see, 11.
Oh, still hot.
Just in case I'm being a potato.
Are you gonna clean that up?
Shields up. What a triumph.
If you had a full hand, an Etheron costs 1. It like changes itself to 1 when your hand is full. Winnable matchup. That's not really how it works. What would you guys like instead? Unplayable legendaries? There's a difference between something being highly restrictive and
Turned our curse into
playable.
our strength.
I think that like it's not exactly the same because odd and even turn every class into the same deck, you know. Whereas at least there's some variety within the quests. You know, you only play the Questlock's playstyle in Questlock. Same goes for all the others. Need a mule. Can't play a single control deck. I think a couple of the quest lines are as control-y as some other things might be. Bonk. Mule. And mule. Rats. Which quest line would you describe as control? In standard? Quest Warlock feels that way. It just has an inevitable win con. It's as control-y as ever. You know, like if you look at like classic control warrior, that's just a tempo deck. I don't know that like, yeah, like the term control isn't actually that useful. If we top deck Mule, we can play an Etheron and the Faceless this turn. Ow! Only a mule die so far, right? And by mule, I mean null. For me, control refers to controlling the state of the game, denial, countering, reactive play. Yep. Yep. It sure does. I don't think it's that useful to talk about control decks. Like there's faster decks, there's slower decks, there's proactive decks, there's reactive decks, and there's combo decks. You know, like those distinctions are a little bit better. I'm just bored of trying to put each type of deck into like control or combo or anything like that. Is this lethal? No, it's 2 off, right? 32, 34. So I think what I'm gonna do is this.
Fresh out of the oven.
Like trying to like place everything. For example, like Raza Priest plays like control versus aggro and plays like combo versus control. You know, so it's like not every deck is strictly one thing or another. Like this deck plays like aggro against me, but it would play like control against an aggro deck.
Strike.
Good.